welcome to Sarah's Stampin' Retreat. Today we're going to be making a box using these gorgeous Blackberry Beauty papers. So I'll just show you the papers first because they've got gorgeous foiling on one side and then they've got patterns on another side. They're a nice kind of autumnal colours. So we've got the oak leaves pattern. And this is really nice too. So I'm going to be using this paper with the Blackberry Bliss cardstock to make the box today. So this piece of cardstock measures 8 1/4 by 11 inches. And I'm going to score it at 1 1/4, at 2 3/4, at 8 1/4, and at 9 3/4. And I'm going to turn it round onto the shorter side at the top, and I'm going to score it at 1 1/4, 2 3/4, then at 5 1/2, and at 7. And this piece measures 7 1/2 by 5 3/4, and I'm actually going to glue these pieces. These all measure the same, and I'm going to glue them all together, and then I'm going to score and fold them. But before I glue them together, I'm just going to run a bit of tape along either end of one of these pieces of Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And I'm going to peel that off, and I'm going to add some of this gorgeous shimmer ribbon on. So I need to be able to tie a bow with it, so I'm going to leave a reasonable amount. I just want that in the middle. I might just line it up on here so that I know it's definitely in the middle. So if I use this 0 line at the top, then it makes it easy because I can see that that is just over 7 centimetres either side at the top. So then I know that the 0 is in the middle. And I want some to hang off the end. And glue this all over. Making sure that's perfectly lined up. And then I'm going to glue this piece on top. So I'm just smoothing that down, and I'm just going to set that aside because I want it to dry before I fold it. So while that's drying, I'm just going to take this piece and I'm going to fold all of the edges. I'm just folding along the score line. I'm using my nails, but you can obviously use a bone folder if you don't really have any nails. So now I'm going to take my scissors, and do you see this makes like a square of 4 down here, and I'm going to cut right the way up the side of that square. Then I'm going to cut this rectangle here off the end, and then I'm going to cut this piece here. So then I've got a step and a flap. I'm going to do that in all the corners. So I'm going to go up the side of the big square, cut the rectangle off the bottom, cut this square off the side, and then I've got the step and a flap. It doesn't matter if your flap goes that way or whether it goes that way, you just need that in all corners. So then we've got a piece that looks like this, with a flap in each corner. And we're going to just take a small triangle off the edge of each of these flaps, and then also a small triangle off the end of each of one of these end pieces. So we're just going up to the first score line there. So I'm going to turn this over, so then all my folds go down. I'm just going to pop some tape onto each of these small flaps. So I'm putting one piece as close to the fold line as I can, and the other piece just here. And then that just folds so score line bends and the side goes to meet the score line. So I'm doing that on each corner. And this tape's really strong, so it's really good for making boxes. So I've just folded those flaps out. I'm just going to put a piece of tape along each of those flaps as well. So there's our base. So I'm going to score this. So what I'm going to do is just move it just slightly away from the edge, and I'm going to score it at 3 centimetres. Sorry, at 3 inches. And I've got a lot to score through here, so I'm going to score it a few times. And then I'm going to go the other way, pull it away from the side a little bit. And again, I'm going to score it at 3 inches. And then I'm just going to bend that. And it's quite thick with all those layers of card in it. I'm going to do the same again on this one. And then what I'm going to do is just add some glue to the base and the back of this piece. And then I'm just going to pop that into here. So then we've got our box, so it opens up like this so you can put all your goodies inside. And then if we tie a nice little bow, so there's my completed cute little box. I really hope that you enjoyed today's project. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below. You can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got more YouTube videos available. All of the products that I've used for today's project are listed in the description below, and there's also a host code there, so if you pop the host code into your basket before you check out, then I'll send you a free gift after the end of the month. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.